You want to go out? Hold on, I'm just going to check and see if the internet's actually working for us. There you go. Go find Karma. Is this working? Wow, I've been having trouble getting this thing pulled together, so let me wait for some of you guys to come in. All right, I'm just leaving it like that for right now because I had such a hard time getting on. I'll be right back. I just got home with groceries, if you saw my post. So I'm trying to get the ice put up before it melts. So I'm here, but give me a minute so I gotta move the, I bought the Ninja cooler, which I love. Getting out the door today. But the reason for getting out the door is all making sounds today is because I have something kind of in the doorway inside. And yes, this would be easier if it had wheels on it, but I didn't know they were coming out with a new one. And you probably can't even hear me because of my back to you and all of that kind of stuff. Hang on, I'm trying to open the drain. There we go. Woo! Get rid of some of the water out of the cooler. We still have, this cooler is great. I love it. Y'all know I love it. And I don't always keep the plastic bags in it, but sometimes when I'm putting a new block of ice in, I leave it in the bag like I did this one. You probably can't see that. I'll be with you in a minute. And I keep a couple of ice packs in here just because I do. I figure anything like that, even though it's gel, probably helps keep it cold. Hi, Karma Kitty. Oh, you're not so scared now? Good. I know you're scared of the screen porch. I caught that. Because now it has doors. And the doors scared Karma pretty bad. Alright, is that drained enough? Yeah. For you guys to be with me doing this, that's good enough. Alright. Oh, hang on, guys. I am here. I'll be with you in a few minutes. Let's see. Scoot that thing back off the rug. There we go. All right. And yes, I can basically lift this cooler. It's not... The handles are great. So... I mean, it's cool that the new one's got wheels, but all right, I got a couple more things to do inside, and I'm gonna let Karma and Wendy be outside playing. Yes, there's doors on the screen porch. How cool is that? Be right with you guys. I should get a pro deal or an affiliate with Ninja as much as I love that thing. Whoop-de-doop-de, huh? All right. One more. I'm here still. Hang on. I'm still here. Hold on. All right, let's see. That can wait. That can wait. This cannot wait. Okay. Let me just get the meat in the fridge real quick. I mean, in the cooler real quick. Oh, that's not going to happen the way I want it to. This one might. Pull this out for a minute. There we go. All right, let's do that for right now, so I can talk to you all. All right, there we go. Okay. I had to do it stuff done. Okay. Whew. Here I am. So, oh, goodness gracious. How are we doing? Hi, everybody. 24 people. Wonderful. How's everybody today? I think I have all comments loaded. Oh, Donna K, Beth, Iris, I see y'all. Yeah, 3 uppercase Qs. What a grand day, thanks. Oh, yes, you can hear me fine. Okay. That's great. The new Ninja with wheels. Thank you, Beth. Guess what, Beth and everybody else? Leanna, hi. Leanna and I have been talking, texting a lot this week. She encourages me some days when I can't maneuver. And anyway, no post? No post. I tried to come on 3 different times and it kept glitching partway through like there was no internet. So I just had to start over. So Fraggle Rock, no. So anyways, let's see. Oh, I've been very discouraged this last little bit. I've had a bunch of stuff happen that was outside of my control and that I couldn't explain or figure out, or I don't even know. So I just kept praying. Y'all know, just kept praying for clarity, inspiration, creativity, ideas to know what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I went ahead and just did what I talk to you guys about a lot, which is used my turtle steps. Turtle steps are slow motion, tiny, itty bitty baby steps, because sometimes baby steps, the way people talk about them and stuff, are just too big. And so I break them down even further. And so turtle steps. So I've been turtle stepping and being consistent through all of this the last few weeks. And I've done fairly well about not talking about it a lot, because I don't want to give it a whole lot of energy. I want to give energy to the change that's coming. And, I've had frustrations with the things happening here at the cabin and the fact that I don't have my landscaping back together. It's messy in process. It looks like a construction site right at the moment and stuff. I need to be watching the battery on my phone. It's at 40%, so I need to periodically check that. If you guys have questions, please put 3 uppercase Q's in front of your question or comment that you want me to discuss or to answer for you. I have years and years and years of off-grid and traveling experience. I lived in vans before van life was cool, but come on, the hippies were around before me and they lived in buses and vans anyways. So it wasn't my idea. It wasn't a new idea when I did it in 1978 and then was a campground host in like 1980 and 82. And that's about the years that my 2 children were born. Please, on my channel, please be respectful. Understand that occasionally I will use the great creator, Yahweh, God, interchangeably as I discuss things. Those are my beliefs. You don't have to believe like me. I don't want you to do something that you don't feel is right for you. So you do you, but we don't push it out here. And even if I say it, or I ask you to pray for somebody, I often say, or whatever it is you do, because you do you, I'm going to do me. Me came with the whole, God got me through a lot of crazy situations in my life. And many of those situations were not something that was a consequence of something that I did. They were often done by others or just life curveballs. So please be respectful in that way. Don't bring a lot of drama and crap over here. And trolls, my moderators have the permission today to smack a troll because I didn't do a whole lot of morning. So I hope I'm seeing your comments because it doesn't look like I am. Well, let me double check. It says all messages, but let's reset that and see if I'm missing things. Okay. So welcome to all the new people. And I'm glad you all coming around. Donna K, old hip here, had schoolie and van and pickup topper and lots of different tents. Oh yeah, great life. There you go. There you go. I have lived in many places and traveled to many places in the world. I don't feel that I'm finished with that. I think that at some point I never got to Europe. I never got to the England and those islands, Scotland and stuff. And I never went to like Norway, and I never went to Asia, but I never was interested in Asia. Still not my whole idea of doing things, but whatever. Anyway, so let's see. I'm glad y'all are here. So yeah, I've been kind of discouraged. But there has been a lot of change happening. And in asking for clarity and stuff, I do pay attention to the things happening around me. And I had the opportunity this week. So Jess, the guy who's helping me with things here at the cabin, building handyman kind of stuff. Okay. He was able to come, and we got the doors installed on the screened in porch. You could see that behind me. No, it's rustic. Yes, we use pressure treated lumber. A lot of the screen on the screened in porch is actually shade cloth. You already have. Yes, I had to buy some of the lumber, but at the time I was working. I'm no longer working. Okay. So first off, there's that. I'm no longer working. And Then, what else is, then, so we made this, we got a bunch of the screened patio had already finished. Some of you saw some, um, and the week before, but we got the doors on this week. And my cat, Karma, let's see, I'm going to turn the camera around and point. He's on the other side of that chair. Can you see him down there on the, he just came over in the shade over there. Okay. So my cat, his name is Karma, just, he was here the day we were working on it. When anybody comes that's not me, first off, I got him and his brother when they were very tiny babies and probably too young to be away from their mother, but their mother went missing. And so somebody called me and I took the two cats in. His brother passed away, and he's now a year old. Wendy is a little more than, so Wendy's probably a year and a half old. The Wendy's my dog. Anyways, Karma was here, but anytime anybody else is around, hi Sonia, I see your name. He hides, and he's close by, but he hides. So he won't, like, if he's in the house, he'll go underneath something and find things. He's like afraid of other people, and he's not afraid of cars. He's just afraid of people or something. So anyway, so Jess was here, and like I said, Jess took care of him while I went to Overland Expo a few weeks back, and I came home and it looked like a crime scene on the front porch and the back patio. He had killed so many rats and mice and left me little presents. And so anyways, so it's always been his safe spots. He knows the front porch and the back patio are safe spots. But once we put the doors on this week, Karma Kitty started acting very, well, Karma Cat started acting very confused. So did Wendy. But Wendy wasn't as confused. Wendy knew enough to go to the door and look at it and bark. And not keep barking, but just to bark. And I would open the door, let her in or let her out. So Wendy understood what to do. Kitty just like confused. So I heard a sound and I came running to look. He was inside with Wendy and the doors were closed and he wanted out. And he busted through the bottom of the screen in a place where it wasn't really finished. It was just stapled on. But I was like, oh, okay. Well, this process, and I don't need to tell the whole story, but I'm good at telling stories. So anyways, so it's been a process of him being afraid of the doors and afraid of the screened in back patio right now. So I have this metal cabinet that I had bought over a year and a half ago, something like that. And I thought it was just going to be like kitchen storage out here. Now I don't know. The metal on it's very, very thin, but I tried to move it a little bit while Karma and Wendy were inside the screen patio. And the door fell off and hit the stone. You can imagine how sharp a sound that was. He was so freaking scared. He took off for outside the yard in the trees. And so anyways, I paid attention to what was going on later. So I fell asleep thinking about this. I late yesterday got on Amazon and ordered a little cat dog door, little flippy dog door thing, but for cats and dogs. And it was around $20. So I said, you know what? This will solve the problem. Everybody will feel safer. It's a good idea. I'm just going to buy this. So I bought it. And then when I went to sleep last night, I've got the hiccups. When I went to sleep last night, I was thinking about it. And I woke up this morning and it was like, having a moment. I was like, Oh, what I've been going through is sort of like Karma Kitty. It's the safe spot, and it's a little bit of change, but it's change for the good. But dang, I I've been getting scared of the change I've been wanting and needing. Didn't even realize it, right? But the thing that was safe for us became no longer safe. And sometimes we need a little help adjusting to that. So, yeah, that was my aha moment. I don't know, singing to the angels. I don't know what. Right. You guys kind of get it. I'm trying to be silly at the same time because it can be silly, okay? By the way, I'm seeing this. I think my inflammation is less. Yes, I see wrinkles and stuff right now, but I think I've been pretty dehydrated a couple of times. I've started taking the electrolytes. I finally found electrolytes that don't have citric acid or stevia. And they're actually tablets. And so that'll make them easier to travel with. And so I bought the ones that are in little 2 packs that for like emergency first aid kits. And so I bought those and I have them here. And so every few days I'm taking some. And part of when I went for groceries this morning was carefully move the I got that as a anyways, but I went ahead and got an extra block of ice to put in there so I can have cold flat water in order to have cold water to drink. So I have a stand around here somewhere. I'll adjust it and put it somewhere. But anyways, that's so oh, hi Marion from Scotland. I saw your name. Hi Lisa L. So yes, less inflammation. I may be starting to lose a little weight again. That would be good. I did just go to the grocery store. I was gonna only pick up beef and ice. But as I got there, I have an app for the grocery store that's the closest to me. And the app had I could get a big avocado for $1.29. I could get $1 off a block of hard Parmesan cheese. You could only buy one of each. I'm trying to remember what else. I forgot what else I bought. But so I got an avocado, I got the Parmesan cheese. Oh, and they didn't have the roast that was on sale was not prepared. And so I didn't have as much choice. So I got a package of T-bone steaks, 3 T-bone steaks. I think it was on sale for $16. Feels like a lot, but the way I eat, it's okay. And then I bought a package of chicken that was marked down, but good. It's thawed out already, but it's good. So I was able to get those in into the Ninja cooler just now. And yes, I think Ninja should sponsor me and give me some gifts. Speaking of that, guess what I found this week? Remember I said, wouldn't it be cool if Ninja made a soft-sided cooler that I could put one in the tracker? They do! It just came out. And it's a backpack. It comes in 2 different sizes. I want one so bad, but I don't want to spend the extra $200 because I don't have the job right now. So I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, they made one. Woohoo! I don't know. I'm going to have to, I don't know how I'm going to afford one of those, but I like the idea. I would like to try it. I wish the company would just send me one. That would be nice. I wish the rock pot people would just send me a rock pot. They started to, and somehow the communication got messed up right as the season started. So I don't know what's happening with that. Anyways, but since I don't have this job, okay, I forgot what I was telling you exactly, but because I got off on the Ninja cooler and the fact that they made a soft-sided cooler that I would love to have. But anyways, this is starting to come together. Let me show you. Turn the camera around. Yes, it's beside a Folgers can. That's the cat food. I get those from people when they're getting rid of. There's the wood stove outside. It's not all protected the way I want, but Jess is coming through again this week. We talked about it, so it'll get happening. I might sell that little stove. If you're in the area, let me know. It's a little pot belly. I may sell that one, but I'm going to sell the C6 roof tent. I'm going to sell that one. I don't know what else right now, but I'm beginning to want to sell a few things so that I can fill in as I'm re-simplifying, re-landscaping the cabin now that I've got some things taken care of. So let's see, what else do I need to kind of say? Another thing that happened in the last few days was a mistake happened with something I owned that it was outside of my control what happened. But I didn't realize that an old good friend, but we haven't been close for a while. I didn't realize how much older he had become. He's older than me, yes. And he and his wife were in a place where I was recently. I didn't realize, evidently, after this happened, I learned that the community believes he may have had a stroke, and but that his family doesn't believe it. Anyways, this thing happened, and an item I had with me, I was going to sell, and it was worth about $180, $200. And it got sold for $30 by somebody that just assumed I wanted them to sell it, but that's not what I had said to them. And maybe they didn't hear me clearly. Maybe their hearing is not as good and stuff. But at the time it happened, the guy who bought it must have known he got a slamming deal. I was trying to get between $80 and $100 out of that particular item so that I could put that together with some other money and have a big water delivery brought to the cabin. Because finally the water tanks are where they belong, and the new sun covers are here. Anyway, it got sold for $30, and whoever got it must have known they had a good deal because they stuck that thing in their car and drove out of there so fast. But so basically I feel like I kind of lost 50-ish dollars, but I didn't see it happen. I wasn't in the moment, and it really kind of hurt my heart. And I didn't want to talk to him at first. And then I was told that he had maybe had a stroke and stuff. And I realized I can't say anything. I can't do anything about this. I don't know how to think about it, but I feel abused, taken advantage of. And then I was like, well, yeah, but I don't need to feel that way either. If this person really didn't hear me, thought they were doing something good, right? I had to think this through. But honestly, in the end, you know what? The great creators got control over this whole thing that's going on. I did whatever was appropriate in the moment. I did the best I could. The other person thought they were doing a good thing. You know what? Let it go. Since the great creators got control of it all, let's let him do his thing. I can't see the big picture. I don't know what all's going on. And so there's probably something outside of my radar that happened. And so, you know what? It's okay. When things are in front of me, I act as best appropriately as I understand to do. And so, but whatever happens is what's supposed to happen. Just we don't always understand what it looks like. So that's where I'm with that whole thing. And then the kitty cat event showed me to go ahead and look at my own process, and maybe I just could adjust a tiny bit my perspective to maybe God's got this, and right, or the great one has got this, and maybe I just can't see what he's doing, and that it'll be okay. And if I could just trust a little more in it'll be okay. I felt like I lost trust in a couple of people. But you know, a person who has perhaps had a stroke, perhaps not hearing like they did when I knew them on a more regular basis and was around them more even 2 or 3 years ago, I gotta have some grace. I mean, come on. It's not their fault that something happened. Not any more than it's my fault that my MS kicks up every once in a while. So that's that. So sometimes just getting that little bit of a perspective change, and sometimes you learn it from a lesson that you didn't realize was a lesson, which was, oh my God, my cat has gone nuts. And what am I going to do? How do I help him feel safe so we can regroup? Because I thought when he took off, he was never coming back. How am I going to get my cat back? Well, he came back. Yeah, he's a little, summer skinny. And I'm working on, I had to put his cat food, dry cat food, up on the mesh outdoor table because the ants were starting to be a problem. And so I put both his water bowl and stuff up there and his food kibble bowl up there. Now I'll have to watch because the birds will come eat out of it. But we're working with that. Wendy's eaten a little more kind of dog food lately because I'm trying to watch my funds and be a little careful. So I'm going to go back now. I'm going to take a little breather break. I'm going to get a glass of water if you guys don't mind me doing that. And then I'm going to scroll through and look for the 3 uppercase Q comments so I can talk to you about that and say hi to some of your names that are up. But let me grab a glass of water first. I'm thirsty. Wendy, are you okay? You're in the shade. Good girl. Let's see. I think I'm going to use my enamel coffee mug just because I need to wash dishes too, but I haven't. Oh, is this going to work? Oh, please work. Please work. Oh, I might have it too. I might have it too tight. Nope, it might not be melted. Nope, not enough. Ouch. Not enough melt happening yet. Okay. I gotta get water from a different spot, guys. Not enough melt happening. Here we go. I'm going to... All right, let me turn this around. Well, you guys can't see me very good right there. Can you see that orange jug? Right back. Oh, there we go. You know what happens? If somebody sends me a message or a notification while I'm on a live with this internet service that I have in this area, not if I'm nearer a town, it's not so bad. I'm so sorry. Then it just, you lose me. I'm sorry. So, whoops. I am going to go back, way, way back, and check messages for uppercase Q's so I can speak to what you said. Beth, Iris, Oh, cold water. How nice. No post. No, I already talked about that. Donna K, Leanna, Beth. Hear me fine. What a grand day. Okay. Please remember, thumbs up, you all. That's from Iris. Welcome, Mystery Masterpiece. Please give Lesa a thumbs up. I subscribe to your channel. Okay. I thumbed up. Please remember to pick cues. Yep, because I look for cues. It makes it easier. Oh, thank you, Beth. What a nice comment. Beth was answering somebody. Beth's one of my main moderators. And she said, Lesa gets her energy from honest living in harmony with the earth. What a nice, man, I wish I could remember that. Send that to me in a text, Beth. That's good. Slow and steady wins the race. I think so. Hello, John. Somebody from India, namaste. Or namaste. Old hippie. We saw that one, Donna K. All right, now, new cues that I haven't. Lesa L. How much water do you keep in your vehicle daily in case of emergency breakdowns? My rule of thumb, which was inspired by other overland people, is enough water to fill your radiator one time, plus some to drink. So I am being really bad right now because I don't have appropriate water jugs inside the white tracker. You know, the blue one was sold, so I don't even have it anymore. The old hoopty car is gone. Anyway, so the rule of thumb for my car is about 4 gallons. And so on a trip, I try to have about 8 gallons, if that's possible. Now, I did change, and I was able to sell the water port to turn it into money to do something else with. Unfortunately, my job finished up. That person has not finished paying me. I don't know if that will happen, but whatever God wants, will let happen. Even though sometimes I wonder, how does that happen, that these things are taken from me, but then I'm given a lot, so I'm blessed. So it always kind of works out, but sometimes in the moment it's like, oh, really? What am I supposed to do with that? I thought I was. Yeah. Okay, uppercase Q's. Lesa L., have you thought of using plastic over your screens in winter? Yes, actually, yes. I actually have been researching, Lesa L., the plastic I used to use in Costa Rica. Now, in Costa Rica, you could go into these little stores. There was a fabric hardware store. There was a, something else. There was a little store that sold charcoal, coal, and little tiny wood stove stuff and parts to go. So it was all also a different kind of hardware store. Anyways, the fabric store had that really super thick plastic. I believe it's 15 mil that people put over their kitchen tables. Okay. And then they had a thicker one, which was actually the same stuff that is used, which I believe is a 20 mil, that is used for convertible windows in vehicles. And so anything between that 15 and 20 mil, I've been researching, and on Amazon at Farm Plastics, I think it's farmplastics.com or something, I'm able to buy that stuff. And we are going to either make me storm windows or make a way for me to put it up for the winter. Yes, ma'am. That's on the list. Um, I have two pieces left of the copper roofing that I got. One of those pieces is going to go behind the little wood stove as fire protection. Um, but yes, the plastic is yeah, to make it an all season room. That's exactly. I thought about originally, I had kind of planned another space to be a carport, and I was going to make cotton canvas walls. And I was going to make screen um, roll up windows. That was an old idea I had. It's still a good idea for a space, but the wind and the things that happen around here, the fabric wouldn't hold up very long, but it would hold up pretty good. So I decided to do this instead, partially because I already had the materials. So you got to remember, I'm always saying use what you already have. So that's in there. Wow, somebody who gave me 9 pounds, English pounds. Wow, cool beans. You know what? I think that's the first donation money that I've gotten that's from another country. Yeah, dollar store plastic curtains until little by little you got plexiglass that you could take off with little latches. Yes. Yes, Lesa, that's where I'm headed with this. Now, whether I ever go for plexiglass or I just go with the more roll up kind, I'm fine with either one. They're very wow, who gave me 10? Thank you both so much. Thank you for those shout outs of money. It looks like it's Lisa L and maybe that's Marion. I'm not sure. I don't know. Do I have to touch them to see? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Marion, just a small token of my appreciation. Thank you so much, Marion. That's what a blessing. Thank you so much. And thank you for being my first donation from a different place. Plastic Fun. Thank you. Thank you, Lesa. Lesa, you've been so great to me and to she loves her toys and her chewies. I mean, some of those I've replaced, they've gone through them or whatever. But thank you so much. Oh, and Karma Kitty this morning was outside playing with the cat toys and one of the, actually, I have one of these long, like, I think it's hot dog toy that Jason and Melinda brought for Wendy when Wendy was first here, and it has tassels on the end. He was throwing that thing all over the place. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for helping that with that. I see Iris, good boy, Karma. Yep. Karma is good. Yeah. Sounds like Karma needs a cat door. Yep. So it's already been ordered. I think I paid $20 for it on Amazon. Yes, I'm still debt free. Yes, I am budgeting very carefully and even budgeting my food right now. So I just want to make sure I'm okay. Yeah, I could put stuff around the lower screens. I don't think I'm going to need to. They just need to learn how it works. That's all. And right now they're both in the shade. On that side, I'm not going to move the phone because we buffered way too much before. But they're on that side over there, about 5-6 feet away from me, in the shade. Karma Kitty sitting right beside the door. They're very happy looking, just being close. So, Beth, I did see that, but I decided, even though I decided not to do that. Karma's never had a collar. And out here, I would be concerned that with him hunting the way he does, the collar would get stuck on a tree somewhere or something. So I chose not to. Um, Once he gets used to the cat door, I may start to let him be in during the day and out at night. And yeah, I don't want him to bring a rat in, but the way he's always done things, I think he'll leave them outside. The little rugs that I have for wiping your feet on will go outside those doors. And so yeah, that's what I'm thinking with that. Um, Beth, we get it. Oh, okay. I think that was when I was making my thing or whatever. Um, uh, Donna K, what is the name of those electrolytes? Hang on, let me go get a package. They came in a little box of I don't know how many. Um, I was going to, when I ordered these, I was going to put a few of them in the first aid box at work. That didn't happen because I lost my job. This is what they are. Okay, phone camera, focus. Focus, not focusing. All right, now I'll read it. It is Globe brand, GLOBE brand, electrolyte replenisher. I think it says Trifecta Pharmaceuticals, and it has calcium, potassium, and magnesium. And can I read it from this? I read it on the box and stuff. Hi, Wendy. Wait a minute. Wendy's saying, can I come in, please? There you go. She has such a soft little sound she makes. Hi, baby. Mommy's talking on the phone. So they have calcium, carbonate, magnesium. I can't read it. I can't read how tiny the font is on the back of this. I read it somewhere else. But other ingredients are monocrystalline cellulose, stearic acid, and silicone dioxide. No, I don't want that. It says silicone dioxide dash vegetable magnesium something. But anyways, because it was medical and for first aid kits. And it didn't have, I'm going to actually take these right now. You want to see what they look like? So it's 2 little tablets, like, whoops, go up higher. 2 little tablets, like, whoa, oh, I dropped one. Poop. Okay. Second rule. Anyways, little caps, little pills, little things. I mean, I remember my dad having salt tablets back in the day. There you go. So I'm going to take these. I haven't had any today. But I'm not having as many leg cramps as I was. I was having quite a time with leg cramps. And I don't know that I told you all, but so that's what I got. And part of the reason I got them this way is in case I decided to travel, and because they fit in the first aid kits easily. I don't have to explain what they are. They're in my little red first aid thingy. Okay, so that's that. Electrolytes. I see somebody from the UK. Shout out to who? The Twinkies. Be nice and I'll shout out. And if you use the uppercase Q's in front of your message, I will read it and comment. All the rest of you, if I see you, yay. If I don't see you, I'm sorry. Um, Iris said, exactly, with praying hands and hearts. Turo ant traps, little clear ones, fairly inexpensive. They're not dangerous for pets. My dog ate one. Lisa L. Okay. I have tried to do everything natural, but to be honest, I just don't want anything to call them into these spaces. There's enough stuff. I try to feed the ants away from the cabin, if you get my drift. The water in the pond will draw certain animals and things and birds and stuff over there. And I would rather they go that way than come over here. And so that's what I try to do in a more natural way. Buffering badly. That was when I went to go get my drink of water. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I had moved the phone, so not doing much of that anymore. Oh, thank you, Beth. I saw that comment. Bakery man. Has anyone used perforated? What? What are we talking about? I see people from India. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Has anyone used perforated? I don't know what that's about. Okay. Plastic Fund, got that one. More cues. Hunting for cues, guys. Any experience with perforated vinyl to the... Oh, yeah, I have. And I wanted to put that on the outside west wall, those two windows that get too much sun in the summer. I wanted to put it there. And when I was at the shop, I wanted to put it on one of the batches of windows at the shop. And but I never bought this stuff. I thought about putting some of it on the back of the tracker a little bit, but I changed my mind. I like my trackers too classic, but yes. And you know, Al Christensen has been using it for years on his. It works. It works good. Lisa L. I did it to keep mice chippies out. I put wire around the bottom of mine. Okay. If I need to, I will. That's a good idea, Lisa. Okay, hunting for uppercase Q things. Donna K, thanks, Lisa. We'll check it out. Okay. Can you take quinine for leg cramps? I'm not sure. For a long time, you guys know, I've been different stages of healthy. Right now, I'm probably healthier today than I've been in the last 6 months. Okay, which is all a good thing. And it's a process. So I've been able to now have some herbs and spices, which to me are medicine. Okay. So, like, I am having quite a lot of cilantro right now. Works pretty good. And I just barely have tested and personal test, not a doctor test. And I'm able to do lemon. So I bought another lemon today to try seeing if I can use a little lemon rind and see if I can be okay with that. I used to make my own quinine, so and they're done that, but I've struggled with the leg cramps a lot over the winter. It was really bad. Iris, I tied a sock around the instep of my foot and my cramps went away immediately. That's interesting. Donna K has used tonic water for lab cramps. The only reason I didn't use tonic water was the ingredients. I don't remember what else was in it, but with all the allergies I've had with this autoimmune, I just wanted to stay away from everything. So I just aimed for the cleanest anything I could get my hands on. And right now, with the change in my income, I basically dropped what I was making while I was working. My income basically dropped right in half. And because of that, I decided to back off on my Pellegrino that I love. Of course, it also, because I only will drink it out of glass bottles, it also is a lot of glass bottles that I was gifting to local people who wanted to do, I'm calling it bohemian glass walls, right? Glass bottle walls. I didn't want to do any glass bottle walls here. So I was like, well, if somebody wants these green bottles, they could have them. But I decided that I could save a lot of money by keeping Pellegrino as a special treat and going back to flat. And so my flat water, though, I prefer it when it's cold. And so that's why I bought a block of ice and a bag of ice for me to make my iced coffees with, because I do like iced coffees. I hope I can do this now, but I also this month ordered the coconut milk powder that I used to use for making my iced coffees with. And so I'm hoping I do okay with that. But I know that the potential is for me to do okay with it. So, okay, so that's that. So saving a little money, because even though I could get 2 bottles of Pellegrino for $4, if I'm drinking 1 bottle every single day, that's $8 or $12 a week, depending, right? And I was like, that's just too much money. Let me just back off. I can buy more ice. I can keep the water jug for flat water nice and cold so that we can, and I have a little stand it can go on. And now that the back patio is, as the shade back here is wonderful. It's still warm. I mean, it's a tin roof. It's still warm. But it's shaded and better, and I'm happy. Do you want to go out? Yes. Okay. So I have a place to keep the cooler with the flat water and the ice in it. So anyway, so that's that. Okay. All right, more cues. Beth, I get magnesium oil mixed with carrier oil, use almond and apply to your feet and calves. I don't know if you guys remember, but back when, oh crap, Cynthia, Skipperdoodle's sister, when she came to visit, she brought me a bottle of magnesium lotion, and I have been using that. And I'm glad to get it that way. I will, when that's gone, then I will probably go back to like making some of my own stuff. I used to make all my own lotions and things, and I will go back to that. It just feels right lately. It's more me to do some of these things. I also even have salve that I make from the pitch of the trees right here. So I should, don't should on yourself, right? I will at some point make a pinon cone syrup at some point. I haven't made it yet. I haven't decided which sugar I will use, whether I'll use coconut sugar or... I'm not diabetic, but there's a lot of diabetes in my family. And so I'm careful with that. I don't need to have a problem, but I don't know if I'll use a coconut sugar or if I would use like a monk fruit or what, but or just honey. I don't know. But you basically pick little tiny pine cones when they're green and layer them, and it preserves them, but it makes a good syrup. And it has a lot of vitamin C in it. So it's kind of another medicine. I'll be doing that too. So am I at the bottom of this? I'm jogging the I know to see if I missed messages because sometimes it gets weird. So it's going to say I turned it off and then I turned it back on, which is what I did. All right. Any more three uppercase cues to help me look at things? I'm at the bottom of this. There we go. Okay, great, Beth. Thank you. So I think that there are a lot of healing benefits to the things that I have been working with for my health. I really needed to, well, one, stress and me just don't get along at all, at freaking all. So, um, having less stress, I'm going to get back to um, times during the day with no phone on purpose. Um, yes, Donna Kay, I have used honey on open wounds. It works really well. But if you don't have it and you're in a place, hey, Catherine. Um, Catherine's one of our members. That's why she has that green. And she's been a member twice. She one time had to get out and come back in. And so it says she's been a member for 37 months. Yay, Catherine. Catherine, you also got one of my messages last night. Thank you for praying about that because I was feeling pretty low and whatever, but I had to take care of stuff. Anyways, more water. Drink water, guys. Drink water. Yes, I hold my cups weird sometimes. I think I want some more of these. I've dented this one. You know what? I don't need any more. I have two. But I'd like to have one that's not dented, but during construction, I like accidentally dropped it on the stone. Well, it's going to dent it if you drop it on the stone, duh. And I could make a cozy for it, you know. I thought of that. Okay, I'll give away another little hobby business idea I had to either knit little things or make little mini quilts as like insulation for things. Anyways, I should stop. um, but the things I've been trying, I think it's what I needed in order to try to make my. Oh, there you go, Donna Kay. I would use honey. It is so natural, so whatever. And it's going to draw stuff out. Now, Donna Kay, you probably have already done research on this, but you knew about some of those. Okay, you know, I spent time in Costa Rica with, what was his name? He had an organic farm. He used to test cancer treatments on himself. So he had those little electric things that he did all kinds of things. Um, it was with him that I tried to do one of those liver detox the second time I tried in my life. The first time was not with him. Anyways, with him, tried to do that, and good Lord, it was just olive oil and lemon and something else. And I was sicker than a dog, throwing up like crazy. He was like, I've never seen anybody do that. Stop right now. Don't do this. And so it's been a whole thing. I've used the enamel mugs. I love them. You can get them on Amazon, but the problem with them on Amazon is you can only get a set of 6. And they now come in white or black or blue, or they have a set of 2 that's painted by, what's her name? Somebody looked it up. Beth looked it up, right? That are painted with like peacock feathers or something by, the woman who lived in New Mexico. Famous artist, anyways. But I love these because they're glass and they're not heavy. And with my MS, sometimes things are too heavy when I'm having a flare or thing. So not heavy is kind of important. But yeah, Beth, the Manuka honey. I used honey and vitamin E. One time when I was a kid, I was riding my bicycle on the road, 2-lane road between our house and the library. And I was like, I'm going to ride with no hands. And the tire hit a rock. And I scun it was all this big scab. I put honey and poked vitamin E tablets and put the vitamin E and the honey on. And no scar, nothing. It was good. It healed really fast too. But Frida, yeah, her. Yeah, her. I think she was lesbian or something. I don't know. I don't know that much about her. I used to. Did you guys know I used to be an artist? I was pretty big into that. Anyways, yes, enamel mugs. They're lightweight. They're glass over steel. The steel will not hurt you. The things we're told is a bunch of crap anyways, In fact, if you can get a really old glass that's thick and one of the colors, there's stuff in them, minerals and stuff in them that we need to have. It's a thing, anyways. But I love these. Yeah. Yep. Love these. I bought just 2 single ones when I was on the trip to Baja. Yeah. So let's see. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about right now. Oh, the cancer wound. I know what I was talking about. So the cancer wound thing, Donna Kay. Cancer cells can't live in an oxygenated cell. And yes, starving them of sugar is a good thing, but so cancer cells love to eat sugar. So you starve them of sugar, but then you've got to give your body some other stuff in order to help the cells have more oxygen. And then they will like shape-shift themselves, for lack of a better term, back into a healthy cell and away from being a cancer cell. And one of the ways that actually works to do that has something to do, I don't remember the person's name. I think they got a Nobel Prize or something. I don't remember. But then they disappeared off the face of the planet, just like Royal Raymond Rife did and some other people, like in the 50s or whatever. Flaxseed oil and cottage cheese. There's something about the combination of those 2. I don't know how you use it exactly, but I would just start sticking that in your diet to try to kill those off, because it will oxygenate your cells. Now, I do think that's probably in my future too, but I'm not ready for it. I've paid attention a lot. I listen to my body a lot. And I pay attention each month when it's time to order my stuff that comes from other places, my Amazon order. I pay attention to how is it feeling? Is it time for me to order that thing this month, or do I need to wait? Right. And so right now it's saying wait, hold off on the flax oil. And I'm not a big fan of cottage cheese, anyways, but I'll make it work if it's in. Um, oh, was I wrong? Okay. Sorry, Donna Kay. Married to another artist. Okay, I got the wrong one. Sorry about that. Yeah, no offense. But, anyways, does the handle get hot with hot water? No. It's far enough away. You got to kind of watch your little finger, right? But no, it doesn't. I hold it this way when it's hot. This part gets hot, yes. And it won't stay hot forever. It's not insulated, right? But I love a good hot coffee in this. I don't like hot coffee in the shorter camp style enamel mugs. I don't know why. This one, it's me. I don't know. Diego Rivera was her husband. Okay, well, thank you for schooling me on that because I guess I got her mixed up with somebody else. Shape shifting, you get that. Yeah, because evidently cancer cells are not new cells that showed up to attack you. They're your cells who started off trying to fix a problem and ended up becoming a problem. Something like that. I have splenic marginal zone lymphoma. Taking Parapurge. The two main ingredients are ivermectin and bendazole. I'm not a doctor or given medical advice, but I'm going to see if it helps. Lesa L. Good for you. I also have been discussing with others about taking some ivermectin. I don't seem to be quite ready, again, just like the flax oil, right now. Um, I gave up all sugar too, but recently, I don't know what's been going on with me, but I couldn't stop eating figs there for a minute. I started adding a little bit of fruit because I just wanted something and I couldn't figure it out. So I had figs, then I had diarrhea for a minute. Then I had some dates. They were really good. Then I had something else and then I went, okay, that's good, but not so much. And so off and on, I do something, but not usually cane sugar unless it's very raw, like turbinado kind of raw sugar. But and by the way, if you're in the grocery store and you look at that label that's raw sugar, and then the same company has raw monk fruit, you look at the ingredients on that stuff. That's not raw. Don't buy that crap. No offense to anybody. I hope I don't get canceled for something like that, but don't do that. Don't do that. There's really things that are better. Like there's even at Walmart, there's the sugar that's turbinado or whatever, that's dehydrated sugar cane, and it's the little, if you've ever had sugar cane, there's actually little like pieces in the sugar cane, and it's those pieces that are those little crystals in that good sugar. So I would say go that route over anything else. Wendy, is that cool on that piece of stone? My goo, because it's getting warm today. It's kind of warm where I'm sitting. It's not so hot that I can't stand it. Lesa L, the ivermectin has given me 300% more energy. I'm not exaggerating. Wow. I've had trouble with my energy all winter. I I think that the coworker that I had issues with at Stan's, I think that her chaotic I'm hunting for a word. I think that her chaotic, whatever, being, loud, noisy, never a quiet moment, radio running, yelling loud. I think the stress of that was way freaking too much for me. And it seriously, it's it might have been her or me. I don't know. He was going to fire her. It's no. Anyways, whatever. Let me just back off. But yeah. Donna K. Okay. I'm telling you, it works. It's helping me. I don't know. It must be clearing up stuff I had in my body for years. And that's what I think too. You guys that are doing these things, you're remembering to take activated charcoal to get those things out of your system. The things that are being cleared can come out in your number ones and number twos and whatever, or through sweating and other things. But don't forget to give it a carrier that it can attach to go bye bye. And so I think that activated charcoal is probably one of the safest ways to do that. I'm sure there's other ways, but I'm going to get activated charcoal again soon. Somewhere along the way, I think I gave some away, but I should have kept it, but whatever, because it probably doesn't go bad. Whatever, anyways. Cool. So, well, how are we doing today? It's starting to get warm out here. Wendy, you want to go inside? It's cooler in the house. Come on. You want to go inside? She she keeps moving around on hunting for a cooler rock. Come on, baby. There you go. You want to go in the house? Yeah. It's about time for Wendy to get a chewy too, I think, isn't it? Mm. You want to go in and have a chewy? 11 o'clock. How are you guys doing? Do you have more things you want to discuss with me today? Um, uh, please use the three uppercase Q's to help me see your comments, which I love, and I appreciate you people for helping those things. I know on some channels, come on in, Wendy. On some channels, I'm very much aware that people read your comment unless um, that's not my way. Um, Wendy, I think I'm gonna. No, you can go out front, but I can't go on the front porch because the phone will shut off. And yes, I am aware that Starlink has just had a sale that was very interesting, and I thought about it, but I am not ready to have a monthly payment of the amount for Starlink. Plus, I don't want to deal with the power usage on Starlink. My current phone system, being visible, works most of the places I travel or whatever. So I'm not willing to change yet. If I was going to change, I would probably go with a Starlink Mini. And I would find a way to either power it with my drill battery or something. But I don't know the answer. Boy, that sounded Maynard, didn't it? All right, well, let me go back up. Where do you get activated charcoal? You can get it off of Amazon. It can come in different forms. You can get it in capsules if you're okay with the ingredients that make up the capsules themselves. Or you can get it, I think, powdered. But Amazon, yes, absolutely. So I had gotten it, well, sorry. I had gotten it one time, maybe from Now, is it Now Organics? the old school vitamin NOW, that the bottles are often white and the labels have orange on them. I think I had gotten it that way one of the last times. But sometimes I actually just hunt for what's the cheapest way I can get it. Depends on my budget and what's happening at the time. I am so grateful to be debt free, you guys. I am so grateful that you all have been here along this journey with me. There are many, many, many weeks when y'all have saved my butt just by, I don't like this term, but just by forcing me to come out here on Sundays. Sometimes that all by itself has been the thing that has saved me for during the week. I've been like, I can't possibly, how can I give any more? I give all the freaking time. But sometimes the giving is where you find the strength or the whatever else. So, don't stop, but don't go crazy. My shirt's crooked, isn't it? But it's because my arm's crooked, so tough. All right. I'm very real here, people. All right. Beth, just a note. Ivermectin is toxic to herding breeds like border collies, Aussies, cattle healers. Oh, okay. When I wormed her. Okay. I use diatomaceous earth for my cat and dog. I don't do it very often, but I just put I just put a little bit in their food every once in a while. I used to, I should do that again. It's spring. I used to just put a little bit in my own food once in a while. Not very much, just a little bit. I think it's fairly safe. Um, wow, I'm just, now that I'm back inside, I'm like, I'm seeing this in the corner. I never caulked that because my hand wasn't steady for one thing, but oh, okay, Beth, cool. You have sled dogs? Cool. I gotta come visit you. You gathered a very comforting community, and I think we all look forward to Sunday Simply Lesa Live. Thank you. Hi, Jer. So, yeah, I lost a level of trust with some people recently because I can't, I can't believe whatever. But I also learned some grace for them all, and whatever. Anyway, so I'm working on the cabin and getting ready to do some more. I've got a stainless steel. It looks like tin, but it's stainless steel garden bed to put together that somebody gave me. And I'm not going to put it together the way the package is intended because I want a long one all along the back of the patio screen wall. And so there'll be a foot and a half between it and the wall so that you can, get through there and maneuver and garden. But then that's going to be nice. I hope to get that work done this week. I'll try to do some videoing. I don't have a tripod anymore. That broke. Um, I told you about that when it happened. I went to move it one day and it fell, like, just dropped 3 or 4 feet, not far, and it just broke in pieces. And I was like, well, okay, so much for that. So, sometimes even those things, it's like the great creator's got some other plan. I don't know what he's working on, but okay, fine. So, but if I can, I'll try to get some videos made with some of that stuff. I've got to put the pictures out for selling the C6 tent. I need to make some more money. I have a few items around here. By the way, anybody really interested in that titanium? Uh-oh. Oh, my battery on the phone. there I am. Sorry about that. So, when am I starting my book? I don't know. Um, so, if any of you, actually, this afternoon, I'm moving the furniture around in the cabin to where it belongs. I don't know how I got away from that, but whatever. Anyways, um, but at the same time as I'm doing some of these projects, I'm also pulling out things that I'm going to sell. Now, that little rice cooker, the titanium one, I'm going to sell that. It cost me $89, so probably it cost me like $95 with shipping off Amazon. You can look it up. It's a Keith titanium. Wait a minute. I think that's right. Anyways, I'm going to sell that. Yes, I tried it. I put it on charcoal, but I never put it on a campfire. So it doesn't have like soot marks or anything. Um, but if one of you is interested, that one I could easily ship somewhere through the post office. So that's going to be up for sale. I don't know what else yet. I tried to show you guys earlier, but I think it's when I lost connection or an earlier time. I've got one of those rocket stoves that's portable, like the Echo Zoom. I don't know what company it is. I've had one before. I'm not going to keep that. That's going to be for sale. If you're in my general area, I will have some things. Check in with me. Um, I was able to sell the dog crate that I had bought for the office for basically for the same price I paid for it. I had forgotten to take the cover but the lady that bought it would like to have the cover. She said we can talk about it when I see her probably next week. Um, but the big C6 tent that's never been used, I'm going to sell that. It's a rooftop tent. It's brand new. I've never been inside of it. I mean, I did the videos, but I'm going to sell that. I need the money. Um, I'm not. That's a strange sound I'm hearing from outside. It sounds like a swarm of bees. I guess that's possible. I don't know what I'm hearing. Anyway, but I'm just going to sell off a few things that don't make sense for me to keep. I've tried them. I got what I wanted out of them, and it's time to move on. Um, and as far as the batteries and things, this little battery pack I've been using forever, for a long time. It works fine, and it worked better when the solar panel was up on the roof. But when we redid the patio, the solar panel's not on the roof, so I have to like take it outside and move it around. Um, yes, Jeremy, I hear you. Simple old school works best. I agree. I have stuff for that, but I don't want a bunch of big stuff all over my house. Oh, poop. Hit something with my fan. Anyway, so right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So for right now, that doesn't mean it's never gonna whatever. But that little cook stove, it's so just the right size for the back patio. I got the cement for fixing the crack. I just haven't done it yet. But now that it's outside, that'll get done soon. I'm probably going to work on the planter kind of, the garden bed box, probably as one of my main things this week so that I can feel accomplished. and because it'll make a big difference in what I see every day. So I'll probably do that as one of my first things. I'm also trying to get enough money together to get a water delivery. And I just found out that one of my UPS things went to a store in St. John's, that I'm allergic to everything in the store and can't go inside the store. And it was a mistake that UPS made. But the store's not open Monday. So somehow I have to finagle a way to get that out of that store to me. I'll call them, but okay, Jer. Well, I was gonna call one of the new local delivery people and have them bring it. I um I now have 3 IBC totes, and Jer, I just, what day was it? Thursday? Friday? Thursday or Friday? I just got the IBC totes up on their stands appropriate. And the sunshade covers for them are sitting at the post office waiting on me. So if you want to bring the water out, I don't mind. Just you got to tell me how much money you want. Um, but I have 2 brand new empty totes, and then I have the third tote. I don't know how much is in it because I can't see the level. It probably got 50 gallons or something in it. I don't know. And I want to have those 3 totes, $1,000,000, you butthead. Those 3 totes full should keep me almost a year, but at least it will keep me until I bought some of the stuff for the gutters already. And it should keep me tided over until the gutters are done enough so that the gutters will fill them. Making sense? Because every time it rains, they could be filling them. But so that's the kind of thing right now. I'll be working on that garden bed and stuff. Cool. Limited time deal on that mattress. That was a good mattress. I let Jack have that mattress as part of the camping gear I gave him so he could move away from the area. So when I helped Jack, he got that mattress. Um, and I went back to my more minimalist style that I like. So I now have 2 330-gallon tanks and 1 275-gallon tank. And then on the side, I have a couple of barrels, but the barrels are not important. The 3 tanks are important. So I have 2. Oh, nice. Good deal there, Beth. So the 2 tanks I have are 330, so that's 660. And 275 is 6, 800. 800, 935 gallons. Did I do that math in my head good? 900. Yeah. So if I could get about 900 gallons, and that's why I was going to try to just buy it from someone, and I would try to buy it from someone who has the 1,000-gallon tank on the back of a truck. People don't like to bring trailers up into my property, which I don't blame them, but that's the thought. And see, for you, Jer, you'd end up making 3 trips. So I don't know the answer. Hey, Beth, I sleep on that Flaymaker sofa bed every night. Love it. So, Jeremy, that's why I was trying to get trying to find a good deal on having that much water delivered. Because if they got 1,000 gallon tank, maybe the extra water, and you'll send your stepdad. Wait, do I want your stepdad up here? Anyway, but let's talk about it later, okay, Jer? Maybe after the live. Oh, 95. There you go. I love this as my bed. It is a little short, like to the ground, like sitting height is not tall. But it's comfortable. I'm fine. Behave, you don't want to piss mom off. You butthead. You know I'm teasing you. I mean, I can tease. Although at the shop, I stopped teasing because of what a coworker would do. I was like, oh, crap. Every time I tried to tease, there was a problem. And a lot of that nobody saw. So, whatever. Anyway, moving right along. Moving right along. I've got to clean the pond. I know it was really dirty. Oh, poop, no. I just saw another problem. You won't believe what I did. I put all the stuff in the cooler. I forgot to close the it's dripping on the floor. I forgot to close the drain. Man, I'm not too swift some mornings. No, I was trying to do too many things. Anyways, I will go close that in a minute. I've got to clean the pond. It's dirty. I want to go ahead and do a couple of upgrades to it as I clean it. Shop drama is nothing but drama. I don't even, yeah, shop. I don't even. So, ooh, Beth, I haven't looked at that list in a minute. Is that scale on sale? $6. I need to buy one of those for me. Crap. I need to buy one of those for me. Jer, we'll talk about it on the side. I just can't believe what I got told. It was just crazy. And I'm concerned about my car. So when I left, I wondered if I needed to be concerned about the transmission. Now I realize I don't really need to be concerned about the transmission, but I no longer have passing gear. That bugs me. Anyways, I gotta stop this thing from dripping on the floor. Let me at least put the dog bowl under it because I don't want to mess up my house, my cabin. Here. Okay. Water bowl. Water bowl, water bowl. Yeah, y'all get what you get. I can't believe I forgot to. Well, I can believe I forgot to do that. I was kind of. No, come on. Turn, 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 turn. Turn, screw it in, turn. Extra tight. Okay. There we go. I think I salvaged it. I don't think I made a big problem. I think I got it. Sorry you couldn't see that, but hey, that's the way my life is. Y'all are so patient with me. Anyways, Shop Lesa's Amazon store. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, $6. I need to look at that myself because I wanted that one. It's cool. So, yeah, so when I clean the pond out, I'm going to add a drain so it's easier to clean. And someday you got to do turtle steps sometimes getting things pulled together. Someday the IBC water totes up here closer to the house will have an overflow. The overflow hose will go underground, I think, over to the pond. so that the overflow will always fill the pond. I think that's a good idea. And I need to get a better. I I killed the solar water pump that was over at the pond, so I need to get something better. What I always wanted was the one that just floats on the top, and I couldn't afford it when I bought the other one, and I didn't like it. Anyways, I still want the one that floats on top because come winter, I can just take it out, drain it, store it, and then next year I can put it back in. And so that's what I really want to have. Um, the solar panels are on the top of that as it floats on the water. And then I won't have to mess with it. I'm probably going to do some extra landscaping and decorating over near the pond because I can. And because I think I'm deciding I want to take all the kind of teal blue, beachy looking, and the old. I used to have this wind chime that a friend had given to me, and it was a lighthouse, and it died. It like smacked a tree and broke in two pieces or something. Anyway, I glued it back together, and now it's just sitting on something. And so that's going to become a decoration over by the pond. And I'm going to try to put some kind of solar light inside of it so that the little windows will light up. That's what I'm going to do over there. That's where we're going with that. So, so I'm probably going to work on some of those things. I did not get a hold of I think her name's Michelle, who lost her husband like unexpectedly recently, a few months ago, a couple months ago. Um, she evidently paints houses, and I have thought about um, asking her if she would like to help me paint, and in order to help her earn some money, because I know she's tight. But I can't just give a gift away that's a big amount of money. I mean, as much as I would love to. Plus, I don't know her that well. But if somebody could help me and they could earn something, maybe we could take it slow and she could help me with one thing at a time. And maybe I could be able to pay her a little bit. But I do have to be careful with my money because, like I said, I lost half the income I got um, once I was working. Because when I was working, it was it I was getting paid the same amount as I get from my Social Security old age retirement money. So it was kind of nice to have double my income all that time. But hey, look, I've done a lot. But I am a little concerned about the transmission thing. But because of that, I've asked my friends through Zooks of Arizona questions to understand more. I felt feelings are not always truth, okay? But I felt like Stan was calling me stupid the last time he talked to me because he did kind of talk down to me. And I was like, whoa, we've been friends for years. Why would you deep breath, give it some time? But because of that, I won't ask him questions about that right now. But like I said, I was concerned about the transmission. And now I'm learning that actually the problem that's happening, which is transmission related, is common to my particular transmission, is an easy, simple fix. So whatever he ran into might not have been big, yeah, in air quotes, because I'm still waiting for a couple of answers from a couple of other people I know. But just in case something really does happen, I have feelers out for another transmission. But I've been kind of informed that mine, with the problem that's been showing up as a code, should not be catastrophic or a big problem. I shouldn't need another transmission. So I'm just trying to learn because I don't need to be told I'm not smart or something. Anyway, but so that's what's been going on. I hope I've helped you guys somehow. Um, I am slowly making progress. I'm way more active. I'm sitting in an office. Good Lord. It's so nice to be out moving around more. Oh, I did start the process of. I haven't done much over there yet, but I did a considerable amount. But I've started the process of reorganizing my whole wood pile. That's a whole thing. And I have to be careful doing it because, it's rat, mice, rodent, chipmunks, because I have chipmunks up here, and rattlesnake time. So I have to be careful over there. But I have started that new area, which will open up. See, what happened was where I was putting the wood, I never expected to have as much as I had. And so it was just a little small area. And then my NACOG money came through and I got like 3/4 wood and they just dumped it wherever they could get their truck. And so it's like not in a good place. So now it's getting organized the way it should have been. Um, so that's another thing I've been working on. So I go from one project, I get a little bored and or tired of it, and so I move to something else. Um, but that's how you get to be my age, and you just keep doing it. You just because what else are you gonna do? No point sitting around and crying. No point. Sure, you do it for a minute. Everybody does it for a minute. But, whatever. So, I got to put the rest of my groceries away and take care of the trash that's sitting on the table right now. And then I got to move the furniture around. And I'm here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Beth, for showing everybody the deals that are out on my store, including me. I should buy that luggage scale. Who knows where I'm going to travel to? If y'all knew what I've been watching for videos, you'd be surprised. I'm rubbing my eye too much right now. It's a little warm. I need to open some more windows. Oh, and another thing I want to buy it might be on my wish list is for the ceiling in the cabin. There is a solar powered gazebo, shed, cabin, ceiling fan with a light. And I want to replace the light I have here with that so that the ceiling fan's in here. And then this light I want to put back out on the back patio. But anyways, y'all have a great week. I'm going to go put this little battery pack back on the front porch and hook to the solar panel so it can get full while it charges my phone. Thank you for everything. Thank you for coming. Y'all have a great week. Pray for each other. Remember, grace is worth it. And so is just taking time to breathe. I have decided that I am no longer going to use my phone when I'm inside my car. Now, does that mean I'll never film something in my car? No. Does that mean I'll never film something when I'm driving? No. But that would be camera work. And Someday I would like to have the 360, I forgot what it's called, but anyways, the 360 one because it films quite a little panoramic thing. Anyways, I just found out that you can actually edit that on your phone. And so being able to travel with the little mini 360 thing and the phone and being able to do all the work on the phone would be wonderful. But anyway, then I could feel like I could film travel footage and driving footage without being on the phone for something else. So unless the phone is on for maps or for video purposes using the camera, I will not be using the phone inside the car anymore. I am also going to build in some time in the morning and in the evening when my phone is somewhere else for about an hour where I'm not looking at it. Now, I already don't have it near my bed when I sleep, but I have decided I'm going to start. I was better when, so sorry about that. So bye, y'all. Have a great week. I'm out of here. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Love ya. Have a great week, y'all. Ciao.